It's now time for a KBRF video sports streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, the Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated, Fergus Falls Monument, Otter Tail Coaches, Fresh and Fancy at Mamashina's, FM Bank, Service Food, Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Splash Express, American Legion Post number 30 of Fergus Falls, Lake Country Graphics, LB Homes, and by Running Stitches Embroidery. Now let's head out for the pregame.
It's time for some Otter hockey tonight on AM 1250 KBRF. Also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube channel. Mark Johnson here. Dave Bishop is the game site engineer and cameraman. He drove us up here up I-29 and had a good time visiting, and now we're ready for some Otter girls hockey. Otter girls right now 4-3 on the season, coming off that 5-0 win over Northern Lakes a week ago last Friday night. And with that, the Otters have won 3 straight. They beat Minnesota River back on November 29th, beat St. Cloud 3-1 on December 2nd. Then that win last Friday 5-0 against Northern Lakes. So this is a Otter team that's continued to improve and get better all along. The East Grand Forks Green Wave, they played Warroad last night. They were outshot badly in that game, I think 44-6. And but they are 6-5 on the season. They've already played 11 games so far. The Otters have played just 7. And they won. They beat Northern Lakes to open their season 8-1. Lost to a very good Bemidji team 8-2. They have Bailey Roop, one of the best players for her age group here in, I would say, the United States. Roseau, they lost to the Rams 5-1. Beat Fort Francis 6-1. And then East Grand Forks beat Crookston 2-1. Lost to Delano 3-0. And then a common opponent of the Otters as well was Minnesota River. The Otters beat Minnesota River 2-1, and East Grand beat them 4-1. And then a loss to Grand Forks 3-1, and then a win over Rockridge and also Cloquet Esco Carlton. Then the loss to World. So that's the 11 games thus far for this team here, the East Grand Forks Green Wave. They got a really good player in Blake Schultz. He's got 13 points in the first 11 games. The Otters still without the services of Hannah Johnson, who had a slight separation of her shoulder in the St. Cloud game, but hopefully she'll be back here next week. We'll take a break and we'll come back with the Otter head coach, and that is Isaac Vaught. So I'll have that interview for you after this break.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Otter Tail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Otter Tail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
It's Otter Girls Hockey tonight on AM 1250 KBRF, also streamed on the Fergus YouTube channel and on the Fergus Now app. I'm joined by Isaac Vatnsdal, head coach of the Otters, and it's kind of fun to be up here in Section 8, isn't it, here at the Civic Arena in East Grand?
Well, I like it. There's a lot of history up here, and it's nice being able to see some of the Mariucci names up there from the old. Still got the Fergus Falls Otter banner up there too, so it's nice to see that. And I like this. I like this rink. It just brings back the memories of old, not everything new.
If you've been to Braemar ever, this is like a mirror image of Braemar, but just not quite as upscale.
Well, the nice thing is, I feel like it could get rocking in here too with the tin roof and everything. So.
Yeah. So it's been a week since we played a game. Northern Lakes, we beat them 5-0 and outshot them heavily in that game. But prior to that, a nice win against St. Cloud and then a win against Minnesota River. But it's nice to string 3 in a row together, isn't it?
Well, it's nice when you can start seeing the girls starting to understand what's going on and what's happening with what we're working on in practice. It's it's a slow go when they start seeing all these different concepts, but they work hard, and you're starting to see some of that stuff happening in a game. And when you ask them to do something, they do a pretty good job of being able to answer that call. So it's nice to see some of that, results come from that too.
Getting pucks on net and 5 in that game. And what's been the emphasis? You got a week since we've played, but what were some of the emphasis in practice? And go with that.
Well, I think the biggest thing is now just execution. We're a month and a half in, and they've seen a lot, but we have also done a lot of the same things to really try to get a really good baseline. We work a lot on passing. We work a lot on anticipation. And I think now it's just execution. We do, I think, a fairly decent job of the neutral zone, quick in transition, keeping people outside the middle in our defensive zone. Now it's just time to start executing and getting some more goals scored as well. But I think execution is probably the biggest thing this week.
East Grand Forks, they lost to World last night 4-0, and I know they have a prolific scorer in Brock Schultz, but what do you do to shut down a top scorer like that?
I think the biggest thing is just not panicking. It's one girl of the 20, and I think the biggest thing is just keeping good position, very good discipline to keep good position, making sure we keep them to the outside, protecting the middle of the ice, and always trying to get a stick on her somewhere. And I think that's going to be a key factor, I think, in most of that all over the ice.
And then our Viking Cafe keys to the game, just 2 or 3 things that you want to focus on in this game on the road tonight here up in East Grand.
First and foremost, I think we need to get our legs going right away. 2-hour bus ride, you're out of school Friday. Things can get kind of light, so I think getting a little more serious, and that's just in general, not them specifically, but I think getting our legs moving right away in warm-ups, making sure that we are very disciplined on our position, and making sure that when we get possession, we keep it. And that's probably the biggest 3 things that we're going to be focusing on coming into the next 10 minutes here before we go talk to the varsity.
And then Brooke Zierden is back. It's good to have her back, and Hannah Johnson injured, and I don't think she's missed a varsity game since 7th grade, but want to get her healed up for next week in the stretch.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, and it was actually good timing because of the fact that we didn't have 3 or 4 games in the last week and a half. So it was nice to see Brooke get back. She's really patient with the puck. She's strong out there, a big body, understands the game, and she's very vocal, which is nice because a lot of the girls, we need to communicate a little bit more, so it's nice to see that. But, yeah, feel bad for Hannah, but I'm glad it wasn't worse than what it was, and now just getting her healed up. Yes, we're going to have Olivia go tonight, and I think she'll do a pretty good job.
All right, good luck, Isaac.
All right, thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
All right, Isaac Vatnsdal, head coach of the Otters. Go back after this break.
La 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 la, fabulous savings have arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. The Chevy Red Tag sales event continues on select Chevy Equinox, Chevy Trailblazer, and Chevy Silverado vehicles, where you can take advantage of substantial discounts or 0% APR for 36 months for well-qualified buyers. Contact the sales team at Minnesota Motor Company for details. Chevy, together let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Mark Johnson back with you at the East Grand Forks Civic Arena along with Dave Bishop, and we are set to go here in just a minute as the Otters are going to take on the Green Wave. Again, this is a non-conference, non-section hockey game, but we've made these treks up to East Grand Forks, Thief River, Crookston, Warroad. It's an overnight for the girls. Tomorrow we'll have a broadcast of the game against Thief River Falls, and that will be on AM 1250 KBRF as well. So we look forward to that. It's now time for the Nelson Auto Center starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center. First of all, for the home team, we're going to, the visiting team here for the Otters. In goal today will be Olivia Juergens. So Olivia Juergens and also LSM have split time games so far. This will be the third game for Olivia. Ella is 3-2 with a 2.38 and a 9.18 save percentage. And Olivia is 1-1, and she has a 5.0 save percentage and an 8.72 save percentage. So again, Olivia Juergens, the goalie here tonight to start this one out here for the Otters. And then starting at one defense, number 7, Brindley Harris. So Brindley Harris, a freshman. And then number 13, senior and one of the captains, Rachel DeBrito. I just saw her brother Mike. We're going to interview him tomorrow at Thief River. I talked to Mike before the game. And then starting here will be Avery Tonneson, and then Maddie Brimhall, and then also 41 Brindley Scholl. So it'll be Scholl, Tonneson, Brimhall, and it'll be DeBrito, Harris, and Juergens in goal. That's your Otter starting lineup. And then for the East Grand Forks Green Wave, they'll go like this. Number 30, Kasager in goal. She is 3-2, and she is a freshman. And number 7, that'll be Claire McDonald at one defense. And then at number 9, that is Addie Chelman, and she is an 8th grader. And then a freshman up front, Kylie Heck, forward. So a very, very young team here for East Grand Forks. Number 21, Jolie Aker. And then number 20 is Keely Janicki. And again, Chad Kleinwachter, the head coach. And for the Otters, of course, it is Isaac Vattenstall. Tim Lowe did a great job in his 11 years. We'll take a break here for our anthem, and we'll come back and we'll drop the puck.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Fergus Falls, the Viking Cafe, with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
All right, welcome back to the East Grand Forks Civic Arena, where the Otters are taking on the Green Wave. In the JV game, the Otters had a 1-0 lead. The Green Wave tied it up with about 6 seconds to go in the game. They played a 5-minute overtime, and that game ended in a tie. We'll talk to one of the JV coaches, Justin Arneson, between the second and third periods. Ellie Kolbeck also assisting. Not Ellie Kolbeck, Ellie Anderson. Ellie Kolbeck is playing basketball for South Dakota State University. She started the last game, I believe. Otters got to win the draw. Here's Rachel DeBrito with the puck. Plays it ahead to Tonneson. Now Brindley Scholl. She'll send one on goal. Save made there by the goaltender, Kossiger. Green Wave trying to move it out of their own end. With it now defensively is Addie Heilman. Sent over the near side. And out with the puck now comes number 21, Jolie Aker. Here's Aker over the line. She'll gain the line. Aker still with the puck. Poke checked away by Harris. Comes out high. Quick shot there. Save made. Rebound. Good job by DeBrito. Tying up number 20, Kaylee Janicki on the weak side. Now here's Avery Tonneson. Now to Maddie Brimhall. Again, Hannah Johnson out with an injury. And will not play tomorrow as well with a shoulder injury. Be great to have Hannah back out on the ice as her dad, too. Not many games I haven't seen her play. Puck down along the near boards, and it's going to be played over by Jolie Aker. Back after it is Shea Katzenmeyer. Shea gets it off now as the Otters break it out of their own end, along with Kinsey Zender defensively. Ashton Wohlers, Brooke Searden on the ice along with Aubrey Nelson. Again, Aubrey took her brother's number 10, and so she did wear 26 last year. And here comes Aubrey up the left side. Aubrey still with the puck. Down along the near half wall, sends it out to Ashton Wohlers. Wohlers stick handling, shot, save made, rebound there by Brooke Searden. And the puck is loose and is cleared out to the near side. And played now back in, but the Otters are going to be offsides. Get an offsides call against the Otters. 15-14 to play in the first period. And the line of Ella Dirkman, Anna Sem, and Katie Bergeron step onto the ice for the Otters. Face-off won by the Green Wave. Again, Blake Schultz, number 8, is out on the ice. She's got 13 points one of the captains on this team. She's a senior. She's one of the better players in the area up here, no question about that. Back behind the net with it now is Sydney McDonald, wears number 17. And going for a skate with Berg, wears number 6. Rachel DeBrito takes it away, and it went off of Brindley Harris's stick. Brindley will go back and get it behind her own goal. Now to Dirkman. Centering pass going to be picked off there at neutral ice. Battle for the puck below us. Coastal doing battle there with Dirkman and Anna Sem. Coastal will get it over the line. Harris picks it up. Harris now to Katie Berggren. Katie up the right side. Katie is a senior, has played some big minutes here for the Otters thus far. Tonneson and Scholl out on the ice for the Otters now, sent back in by the Green Wave. Olivia Juergens will tap it into the corner. And out towards neutral ice with it now is Brimhall. Otters are going to get a power play here. Brimhall with the puck. Looking for somebody, looking for Tonneson. It's going to be touched now by the Green Wave, but the Green Wave are going to go into the penalty box with a trip at 2:59 of the period. So a trip on the East Grand Forks Green Wave, and I don't know if the Green Wave players know they had a trip, but a tripping call again at 2:59 of the period. And it's man number 27, Kira Bai. And the Otter power play unit of Tonneson, Brindley Scholl, Maddie Brimhall, Rachel DeBrito, and Shea Katzenmeyer. Here's Shea with the puck. Over to the far side looking for Tonneson. Tapped, but not out. Kept in by DeBrito. Here's Scholl behind the goal line. Scholl tried to get it over to Maddie Brimhall. Maddie working it behind the goal line to Scholl. Here's Brindley Scholl. Right side pass to Avery Tonneson. Avery with the puck. Out to DeBrito. Back to Tonneson. She'll take a shot that's high over the glass. Avery's got a hard shot. Katzenmeyer will pick it up. I'm sure her Grandpa Don is listening to this one as well. Here's DeBrito. Rachel with the puck now. Sends it out to Avery Tonneson. Avery will pick it back up. Scoop it back the other direction. Gives it off to Katzenmeyer. Brooks here now along with Aubrey Nelson. Here's Katzenmeyer with the puck. Has Brooke on the back door. Shot there, tipped by the defense. And went off the stick of number 9, Addie Heilman. And went in on goal. And Kasager makes the save. And again, the Otters have a minute 6 left on the one-man advantage. Brooks Dearden on the draw here against Keely Janicki. Otters keep it in along the near half wall. Here's Ashton Wohlers with the puck. Back to DeBrito. DeBrito's got a hard shot now to Wohlers. Wohlers looks to walk in. Tried to get it to DeBrito. Lost the puck. And then the Green Wave take it away. Here's Aker with the puck. She'll gain the line. Moves right, now left. Back to the right. Take it away. Aubrey Nelson. 43 seconds on the one-man advantage for the Otters. Haven't really got anything of any consequence so far. Brooks Dearden will tap it over on the near half wall. And then the puck comes out to neutral ice where it's picked up by Brindley Harris. One last run here. About 28 seconds left in the power play for the Otters. Here's Kinsey Zender. She'll skate it up. Zender now at neutral ice. She'll gain the zone. Kinsey up the right side. Battling now behind the net. 10 seconds left in the power play for the Otters. In comes Maddie Brimhall. Comes out to Wohlers. Ashton Wines. Shot and a glove save made by Kasager. Kasager, a freshman. This is a very, very young team. I'm counting only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seniors, but a lot of 8th and 9th graders, 10th graders. Only 3 juniors on the team. And 5 seconds left in the one-man advantage. Face-off 1. Played back behind the net by Megan Berg. Over to the far wall. Kept in, though, by Brimhall. Maddie makes a move. Maddie to Tonneson. Avery walks in. Avery down along the goal line. Slides it out front. It's tapped behind the net. Now Tonneson will pick it back up. Try to bring it out to the point. She's brought down in the corner. There by Sydney McDonald. And now here goes Schultz. Blake Schultz. Puck poke checked away. Good job by Brimhall. Brimhall walks in, rips a shot, and Kasager makes the save. And here comes Keely Dronen. Dronen will gain the zone. In traffic. Puck goes there onto the stick of Rachel DeBrito. Pops out to neutral ice. Avery Tonneson will get off. Scholl and Brimhall all return to the bench. And here comes East Grand Forks. They'll gain the zone. Down along the goal line with it now is Varnson. Out to the near point. Tap back into the corner. Number 15, Keeley. In comes Schultz. Puck played over to the near side. Otters will try to move it out of their own end. Here's DeBrito. Rachel's going to go for a skate, but finds Anna Sem. Anna with the puck. Plays it back over to the near side. And it's going to be picked up there defensively by Addie Heilman. Heilman gives it to Schultz. Blake Schultz got 13 points on the year, 9 goals and 4 assists. D for the Otters. Brindley Harris gains the red line, sends it in on goal. Kind of surprises Kasager with that one. Green Wave after it. Outlet pass to the near side. Goes to Kennedy Lovejoy. Otters get it back. Here's Aubrey Nelson in the corner. Brooke Zierden joins the line of Aubrey Nelson and also of Ashton Wohlers. Green Wave try to move it out. Kept in though. Nicely at the point by Harris. Now the puck scoots out to neutral ice. And we're going to have an icing call here on the Green Wave. No score here. 10:04 to play in the first period. Here, Running Stitches is the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. Zierden will take the draw here against Kinsley Bayland. Bayland is an 8th grader. Comes out to the point. Played along the wall. Picked up. Shot there. Zierden hits the side of the net. You could probably hear that one back home in Fergus Falls. Aubrey Nelson battling in the corner. Good puck battle there. Zender picks one up. That shot is going to be blocked out front by Kinsey Bayland. Far side, Wohlers. Wohlers backhands it back out to Zender. And here comes the Green Wave. Right side pass. Coastal, Laurel Coastal. Shot there. That missed left of the net. Comes out to the near point. Played back into the slot area. Shot left side of the net. There 7 shots on goal for the Green Wave. Here comes Aubrey Nelson, just about tripped up. Aubrey stayed on her feet, but then went down and out in front of the goal. Ashton Wohlers in on goal. And a save made there by the goaltender, Reese Kasager. Again, she is a freshman. I think it's Kasager or Kasager. Face off to her glove side. Brindley Show will take the draw here against Keeley Janicki. Face-off is going to be controlled here by the Green Wave. Picked out of the corner by Jolie Aker. Centering pass, going to pops back to the D. Now they move it out to neutral ice. Green Wave will gain the zone along the far half wall. Moving the puck there is Kylie Hecht. Maddie Brimhall comes in after it, makes a good move. Maddie along the near half wall, strong on the puck. Gets it deep, and Avery Tonneson will hustle back after it. She's going to be the first one there. Here's Tonneson with a puck. Out to Brindley Harris. Harris loads. Going to send it over to the far corner. It was tipped by one of the Green Wave players. Reverse to the near side corner. Out with the puck now comes Megan Berg. Megan Berg at neutral ice. Sends it in. It's going to go on Juergens. Olivia will make the save and cover it up. And we'll get a defensive draw here for Fergus Falls. 8.5 minutes to play in the first period. No score on the Park Region scoreboard. Otter boys will be in action at home tomorrow at the Community Ice Arena. That'll be a 1:30 game against the New Ulm Eagles. Off the draw, Otters will control it. Brindley Scholl had it poke checked away. Katzenmeyer sends it up on the near half wall. Sent back now below the goal line. Here's Zender with the puck. Carries off the board to Katie Berggren. Picked up now. Anna Sem will send it out to neutral right in front of the Otter bench. Berggren will chip it in. Otters will go on the forecheck. Ella Dirkman along with Katie Berggren. Puck comes to the near side. And now the puck is turned over. Otters pick it up. Here's Berggren. Berggren, I think she scored a big goal here last year. I remember that one. Puck in the far corner. Kylie Hecht out to center ice. Pass to the near side where the puck now comes Aker. Slapped away. East Grand Forks back with it. Backhand pass. Boy, good slick play there by Janicki as a freshman. Puck out into the slot area. Near side now. East Grand Forks below the goal line. Still with the puck. They send it out front, and it pops way out towards the neutral ice. Coming off onto the ice is Heilman, and she'll pick it up. Zierden overskated the puck. Katzenmeyer. She'll get it deep. Ashton Wohlers with a hard forecheck. Back behind the net. Green Wave with a exit. Here comes Blake Schultz. She's a really good player. Schultz going to gain the zone. Sends one on goal, and Juergens makes the save. So a good, strong move that time by Blake Schultz. And a nice, strong save by Olivia Juergens. Juergens a senior as well. And line change for the Otters. Brindley Scholl will take the draw here against Blake Schultz. Her older brother Brock, I believe, plays for Sioux Falls in the USHL. He started with Waterloo, I believe. Very good hockey player. And here's Avery Tonneson with the puck. She'll send it forward. Slapped out of the air momentarily by Brimhall. Picked up by Avery Tonneson. Avery with a full head of speed. Walks through traffic. Now into the corner. Back out to DeBrito. Rachel loads. Hard shot. That got some pipe there. That got the crossbar. Kind of grazed up and then goes back glass behind goaltender Kasager. Here comes Schultz. Shot and a goal. There it is. We talked about it. That's a dagger. That's a hard shot there for number 8, Blake Schultz. That is her 10th of the year. Time of this goal comes at 10:28 of the period. East Grand Forks at 10:28. And that is the 10th of the year for Blake Schultz. And we'll see if there's any assists on that one. So 1-0 Green Wave here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Face off won by the Otters. Here's Katzenmeyer. Katzenmeyer will gain the zone. So Schultz. So Dronen and Varnson with the assists. Here comes the Green Wave back on the attack. Side of the net. Now Zierden will pick it up. Zierden will protect the puck. Kind of get it settled down, but it slaps it out. It comes out to neutral ice. Wohlers comes out, as does Aubrey Nelson. Otters need to answer this now. Wohlers tips it. No, that was Aubrey Nelson, pardon me. Now the Green Wave sent it just across the line where Zender will go back and pick it up. Zender turned it over, but the Otters will pick it back up. Ashton Wohlers, Zierden, puck goes over to the far side. Aubrey Nelson hustle after it, and it's sent back in. Behind goaltender Juergens, Kinsey Zender trying to move it out. Puck out at neutral ice. This is a pretty good skating team here. East Grand with some energy here. Here comes Aker up the right side. Aker with the puck. Below the goal line. Tried to shoot it off the goalie. That was a heads-up play. Backhanded puck in the slot crease. And a save made there. And a good opportunity for Kylie Janicki, but Olivia Juergens says no to that one. 9 shots on goal for East Grand Forks, 7 for East Grand, 9 for the Otters. And face off here, Brindley Scholl. Take the draw here against Janicki. Otters going to win the draw. Brimhall comes out of there with a puck. Brimhall tried to get over to Tonneson, but that hit traffic at neutral ice. Well, Green Wave go D to D. Back with it now is Megan Berg. Stolen away, though, by Brindley Scholl. Good forecheck by Brindley. Now to the near side. East Grand Forks trying to move it out. They'll send it down ice, but DeBrito will pick it up. Here's Rachel with the puck. Rachel will get it back. Just about lost it there right in the high slot. Green Wave get it back in the corner. Here's Aker with the puck. Now DeBrito carries over to Maddie Brimhall. Here's Maddie with the puck. Looking rink wide. Picked off by the Green Wave. Green Wave in the outer zone. Shot tipped out front, and then Olivia will get on top of that one. Number 28, Kylie Hecht, got a stick on that. And the D zone here, Otters trail 1-0 here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Puck sent left of the net off the face-off by the Green Wave. They keep the forecheck on. Katzenmeyer battling down along the boards with Varnson. Varnson has an assist in the game. Green Wave played out to the point. Shot in traffic. Missed wide right of the net. East Grand Forks kind of buzzing here now. Good job by Anna Sem escaping there and getting that one out now to neutral ice. And we're going to have an icing call here on Fergus Falls. So an icing call here on Fergus Falls. And the puck will come back into the Otter zone. Big trade in the NHL. The Wild trade defenseman Quinn Hughes. They get Quinn Hughes in exchange for Marco Rossi, Liam Olgren, Zeev Boehm, and a 2026 first-round draft pick. So Quinn Hughes is going to be a Wild defenseman. Big news. Otter zone now, and East Grand Forks will break it out. Here's Varnson. Gives it off to Schultz. She'll rip one and scores. Schultz goes far corner, and she has her second of the game. And time of this goal comes at 13:23. Schultz with her second of the game, 11th of the year. And I mentioned that in the pregame show, and I was talking to head coach Isaac Vattenstall. Says, if you can stop number 8, you got a chance. Good chance, but she's got 2 in the game here. See if the Otters can answer here. And then the Green Wave play it up into their own bench. Varnson with another assist. So Schultz with 2 goals, Varnson with a couple assists, and also an assist in the first goal by Keely Dronen. Otters got to answer here. Let's get one before the period break. Otters trail 2-0. 3:28 to play here in the first period. Have our Minnesota Motor period break coming up in just a bit. Otters trying to hold the zone there. Zierden comes over to help. Picked up here by Aubrey Nelson, but it pops out to neutral ice. Sent in by Katzenmeyer. Otters need to check back up. Ashton Wohlers and Aubrey Nelson. They didn't know. Now they're back on sides as the puck is driven back in by Brooke Zierden. And here comes the Green Wave. They'll methodically move it out up the right side where the puck now is Coastal. Coastal goes down in the corner. Coastal sends it out front off the side of the net, and Olivia Juergens gets on top of that one. Good heads-up play by Juergens there. You know, a smart hockey player will even be behind the net and shoot it off the goalie. It's you see that happen every so often. So thanks to Paul Becker for that tip on that Wild trade. Thank you, Paul. His son Colin played for the Otters, and he's playing at NDSU right now on the club team there. Colin, a very good defenseman for Fergus Falls. Puck sent into the Otters zone, offensive zone, and an icing call here on Fergus Falls. So an icing call here on the Otters. They'll bring that one back into the Otter offensive zone. And the face-off will be to the left of Olivia Juergens. Scholl on the draw against Janicki. It's going to be won by the Green Wave. Sent into the near corner. Picked up behind the net by Janicki. They try to play it out front. Puck picked up by Scholl. Now to Tanis. And here's Avery. Gets it up the half wall. See, there's a race for the puck here. And good job by Brimhall. Maddie gets it back. Walks in. She'll rip a shot. Rebound. Where is it? It just goes left of the net. Good opportunity for the Otters. Let's see if we can answer here in the final 2 minutes. Puck behind the net. Green Wave tried to play it over to the far boards. And they're going to call a penalty here on Scholl. It's going to be a checking penalty. And so the Green Wave will go on the power play. So Fergus Falls with a penalty here. Time of this penalty is going to be at 14:58 of the period. And it's going to be on Brinley Scholl for a body check. Face-off will be in the Otter defensive zone, pardon me. Green Wave win the draw. They send it in the near corner. Picked up there in the corner by Coastal. Coastal out high now to Kleinwachter. Here's Kleinwachter. Kleinwachter will skate it back out to Schultz. Shot and a save made. So, well, number 8, that's Blake Schultz. When she gets it on the stick, she's going to put pucks on net. Nice cross-ice pass got through Kleinwachter to Schultz, and a nice save by Olivia Juergens. Face-off won by the Otters. They'll clear it. So Kinsey Zender cleared the puck. After it is Ava Kleinwachter. Help is Coastal, being bothered there by Aubrey Nelson. Puck goes to the far side, picked up by Wohlers. Ashton couldn't control it, and Blake Schultz will skate it up. Puck at neutral. Sent back out. Aubrey Nelson. Oh, she got by one man. She had Ashton Wohlers. Here's Schultz. She'll gain the zone. She'll carry it down into the corner. Schultz with a puck below the goal line. Sends it out high there to Heilman. Oh, low on the ice, trying to find someone on the back door. Coastal. Schultz with a puck. Quick shot. That puck hits the side of the net and goes up out of play. 58 seconds left in the penalty to Brindley Scholl. Otters trail 2-0 here. Shots 11-10 in favor of the Green Wave. And Brooks Earden will take the draw here against Keely Janicki. Otters going to win the draw. Rachel Reeder tried to clears it out, but it's kept in. And a shot from the point. And that gets by Juergens. That was a laser. Eddie Hellman, East Grand Forks with a power play goal. And for Hellman, that'll be her third of the year. Time of this goal, power play goal, is going to be at 16:06 of the period. So Hellman with the goal. And why they're not giving the and so that was a power play. I don't know what they're talking about here is yeah, that was a power play goal, so Wohler should stay out on the ice. Mistake by the ref. She was sending one of our players off. All right, 3-0 Green Wave. Otters need to answer here. Wohler sends one in on goal. And Kasager with the save. Hellman with the goal. And Varnson with her third assist has the playmaker. Otters trail 3-0. Off the draw. It's going to be won by the Green Wave. 45 seconds ago in the period. We're 5-on-5 now. DeBrito taps it forward. Aubrey Nelson, right side. Zierden trying to get after it. Comes out to the far side, and Rachel DeBrito hustle back after it. Coastal on her. Rachel pass to the near side to Ashton Wohlers. Ashton will get it deep. And an icing call. She was right at the red line there. I don't know what that was all about, but an icing call nonetheless. That's why I always say I'm up here in the broadcast booth. And they'll send it back down into the Otter defensive zone. An icing call. 23.9 seconds to go in the period. Our Minnesota Motor period break will come up right after this. Scoring summary. Between the second and third periods, we'll talk to Otter JV coach Justin Arneson. Face-off won by the Otters. Still time to pop one in. East Grand Forks with a puck. Sent out to neutral. Scholl trying to get after it, but Schultz was there. Now here's Brindley with a puck. Right in front of the bench of the Green Wave. And Coastal sends it in. She lost her stick. 3 seconds left to go in the period. And that is the end of the first period of play. And the Otters trail at 3-0 here on the Park Region scoreboard. And we'll take a break and come back with our Minnesota Motor period break. 3-0 Green Wave, Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Between muddy roads and dusty drives, your car takes a beating. Keep it shining with an unlimited car wash membership at Splash Express. Upgrade to the Platinum for a rust inhibitor, hot wax, and ceramic coating in one bundle. Stop by Splash Express next to Premier Meats in Fergus Falls.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Hey, we're back here. 3-0 is our score on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Dave Bishop is our cameraman and Gabe site engineer. And, you know, if you go on the KBRF Facebook page, we did just kind of a fun where to eat. He usually does that with Zach Daniels. I enjoy that. So just take a look. They got the loaded baked potatoes here. It's really good. We still have the best concession stand. 515 people have looked at that video so far, but our concession stand is the best. Going back to the old rink and Pam taking care of it, and Megan now, so it's a lot of fun to go to the rink and get something to eat. Let's look at the scoring in the first period for the East Grand Forks Green Wave, as our period break is brought to you by Minnesota Motor Company. Green Wave get on the board, a laser shot that time, a really strong shot. Blake Schultz, you'll hear that name a lot tonight. She's got 2 goals already in the game, but she scored at 10:28 of the first period. That was assisted by Keely Dronen and by Peyton Varnson. That made it 1-0, and then East Grand Forks comes back about 3 minutes later, and they get another goal, second of the game, 11th of the year for Blake Schultz, and that was assisted by Peyton Varnson. And East Grand Forks in at 16:06 with a minute 54 to go in the period. It's a shot from the point on the power play, and that was Eddie Hellman, and that was assisted by number 10, Peyton Varnson. So Varnson already has the playmaker here tonight. 3 assists in the first period. Shots on goal, East Grand Forks 12. And so Olivia Jurgens stopping 9 of 12 shots. And so far, goaltender, freshman Reese Kasager, she has stopped all 11 shots that she has faced thus far. So it's a situation here now. The Otters find themselves down 3-0, and they got to just come out in that second period and just continue to lace up their skates and get some opportunities to put some pucks into the back of the net. We'll take another break and come back with more on our Minnesota Motor period break. Right now, the score 3-0 East Grand Forks.
Your holiday gift guide has arrived at the Minnesota Motor Company. Now through December 27th, purchase a full set of GM floor liners or schedule a complete vehicle detail and get a $100 car wash gift card. Looking for a deal on car washes? Purchase a $100 car wash gift card and get $20 free. They have a gift for all the drivers on your list.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Lake Region Healthcare knows what all coaches know. It takes tons of teamwork, great amounts of grit, and heaps of hustle to triumph. Lake Region Healthcare, supporting and celebrating our high school athletes.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Hey, we're back here. Mark Johnson with you from the East Grand Forks Civic Arena, where the Otters right now trail here by a score of 3-0. Here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. And with that, the Otters have put 11 pucks on the freshman goaltender, Reese Kasager. And the Otters gave up a power play goal and 2 goals to Schultz. And, yeah. So with that, the Otters, you got to come out and get that first goal here. You don't want to be down by 4. Let the East Grand Forks get another one on the board. And, yeah, with that, in boys hockey, thanks to Paul Becker, Sartell 3, Roseau 1. And then Paul makes this comment, Fergus Falls has the best concession stand food in the nation. Do they DoorDash orders to South St. Paul? My son Andrew DoorDashes, Paul. He's a college student down in the Twin Cities, but I don't know if he's going to make the trek down 94. But, yeah, so. But tomorrow, again, we'll have the Otter girls taking on the Thief River Prowlers, the Lady Prowlers in Thief River Falls. So after this game, we'll head over to Thief River, stay there tonight. That's where the team's staying, and then be ready for a game tomorrow. The Otter boys will get back on the ice and hope to turn a page as they take on New Ulm Eagles. And that game will be at 1:30 at the Community Ice Arena. So if you're around town, get out and support our Otter hockey teams. You know, I was thinking about the attendance tonight at the game isn't super, but there's one reason probably for that. Let me give you what the guess might be. North Dakota is playing right now. Fighting Hawks are playing Nebraska Omaha, and so that's game is going on as we speak. So North Dakota and Nebraska Omaha. And I was talking to Isaac Vattenstall during the break, and he said that they wanted to stay here after the game, but they want you to book at least 2 nights on a weekend at the motels because they're trying to maximize that with the Sioux in town here. Zamboni really cutting hard there, slowing down. Kind of interesting, but hey, a lot of great sponsors of our Otter Athletics. Running Stitches is the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. Tomorrow morning, Craig Olson will have the Coaches Show on AM 1250 KBRF at 8 o'clock, brought to you by the Viking Cafe. And the coaches that don't have one now that get a nice Running Stitches hat. I have one of those, and they are very, very nice. That's also streamed on the YouTube channel, KBRF YouTube channel, and on the Fergus Now app. Take another break, come back with more. Zamboni is exiting the ice. I wonder if he was having some issues there because he's not done with it. Yeah, like something was happening there, so I don't know if we have to get the shovels out. So, yeah, Dave Bishop, he'll kind of zoom in on it, but he was kind of working over there, and then he got kind of a hard shaving there. So we're bringing you all the action here from the Civic Center. You know, Dave, I used to rate Zambonis. My brother-in-law Steve was coaching in the United States Hockey League. Yeah, there's a little bit of a mess there. But anyhow, we'd kind of joke about that. When I see an Olympia-style Zamboni come out, I'm going, it's going to be a long break. So this is the Zamboni brand. So, all right, enough of that. We'll come back with more. 3-0, East Grand Forks with the lead.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
We're back here at the Civic Arena trying to solve the Zamboni situation here, but we're wondering if they forgot to dump the snow and if it got too full, because when they were scraping, it was leaving a lot of shavings out on the ice, so we shall see. East Grand Forks, they get one at 10:28 of the period. First of the game, 10th of the year for Blake Schultz and Varnson. And then East Grand Forks at 13:23, second of the game, 11th of the year for Blake Schultz, and that was assisted by Peyton Varnson. Made a score 2-0. And then a power play goal by the Green Wave at 16:06, third of the year for the defenseman, number 9, Abby Hellman, and that was assisted by Varnson. So Varnson with the playmaker thus far. And so they're still tending to the ice here. It's not completely zammed. It's kind of partially flooded, but, you know, back in the day it was the shovels. You know, I'm not that old, but it's kind of fun to look at the history of the Zamboni. That was the inventor. It was his last name, but just a different contraption. It's a lot of fun. All right, we're going to take another timeout, and we'll come back with more, getting closer to puck drop here. 3-0 East Grand Forks.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system. Rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Yeah, we're back here, and the Zamboni is back as well, finishing its laps. But, Dave Bishop, our cameraman and engineer and program director on KBRF, he's goal. I bet he forgot to dump the snow the first time. What was Chumley's first name?
No idea.
So the older fellow, many of you listeners, I never meet him, but they've talked about Chumley. He said he'd dump it every time. And so, in college hockey tonight, just looking at some of the matchups here tonight in the CCHA, St. Thomas takes on Northern Michigan. A big WCHA tilt, number 6 Denver up on St. Cloud State right now. And kind of a non-conference game, Arizona State, and number 5, Minnesota Duluth. And then Mankato, they're up to number 14. They're taking on Augustana. That's 1-1 in the first period. And then the Sioux are up on Nebraska Omaha 1-0. And so that's kind of fun. But I think that's one of the reasons why the attendance is a little bit down tonight. We are in East Grand Forks. We're only a couple 9-irons away from Grand Forks. So a lot of Fighting Hawks fans up in this neck of the woods. So 3-0 is our score. I want to remind you, tomorrow we'll be at either the Huck or the Little Ralph in Thief River for the Otters to take on the Lady Prowlers, and that'll be a 3 o'clock puck drop and a 2:45 pregame show. A lot of guys like to play in the Huck because the ice is better and it's colder, but if you're a broadcaster, you want to be in the Little Ralph. That's a broadcasting suite. Carpeted floors, padded chairs. You got your own little spot up there. There's an elevator for getting equipment up there. It's got all the candy. But a lot of times the players like to play in the cooler ice sheet. But it's a beautiful facility there, the Little Ralph in Thief River Falls. All right, ice is just about done. We'll take one more break and we'll come back with the second period of play. Again, between the second and third periods, we're going to talk to Justin Arneson. Look forward to talking to Justin, and we'll have that interview between the second and third periods.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
There, okay. Where? Down Oh. Oh, all right, we're back. We are back. And hey, speaking of the inventor of the Zamboni is Frank Zamboni. He died in 1988 at the age of 87. His son Richard led the company and promoted ice sports globally. He passed away in 2025 at the age of 93. So Richard Zamboni. And shout out to Paul Becker. Thanks, Paul. And appreciate all of our listeners and viewers, and glad we could video and radio as well. But a lot of games coming our way, and remind you that we have more hockey next week, and I'll preview the schedule here in a little bit and talk about what's upcoming. But tomorrow we have the Lady Otters on this Section 8 road swing here. Again, these are non-section games for the Otters, but we like to come up here and play in Section 8. So Thief River tomorrow, and it will be in the past it's been games against Warroad, games against Crookston. Same thing with the Otter boys making these trips as well. So it's a lot of fun to do that. 3 goals for East Grand Forks, 2 for Blake Schultz, and 1 for defenseman Abby Hillman. And that's the scoring thus far. Shots are pretty even, 12-11 in favor of the Green Wave. One of the Green Wave goals, their third goal, was a power play goal. And so Green Wave are back out on the ice with that little delay, the Zamboni. I always get nervous when the Zamboni goes off the ice and it's not done, in case the Zamboni's broke. And it does happen. Some good memories. My wife's from Roseau, but they would move Zambonis sometimes from rink to rink, and they built the Ram Sports Center up by the high school. And one time I'm driving down the street and I'm passing a Zamboni, just booking it down the street. And I know the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena is really grateful to have the 2 Zambonis, one for the North Rink and one for the main rink. So it's good to have that. Sometimes rinks will share a Zamboni at that. So Otters are back out on the ice, and we're going to get things going here in just a second. And again, great old barn here. Again, a lot of the Section 8 games we've been played here, and Isaac Vattenstall's dad, Brian, played for Roseau. They played some big section games up here. I don't know, Brian, if you're listening or watching, but it's kind of fun. They still have the old Section 8 banners in here, and the Otters, of course, played in Section 8 for many, many years. And so Fergus Falls set to go here, and Otters need to just come out and pop one here early, and do not want to give up one more goal here to the Green Wave. Again, they have a freshman goaltender. Kasager has done well. Here's Brindley Harris. Otters are going to win the draw. Out to center off of Brooke Zierden's stick. Back into the zone. It's going to be picked up by Rachel DeBrito. DeBrito will ring it along the boards to Ashton Wohlers. Ashton tried to move it out, fanned on that clearing attempt. Now DeBrito, strong on the puck, sends it but not out. Tapped, and here's a puck picked up now by Brooke Zierden. Brooke will play it along the boards. Brooke will pick it up. Drop it for Ashton Wohlers. Comes back out to DeBrito. DeBrito rips it low on the ice, and Kasager makes the save. There's a shot by Aubrey Nelson. That goes up and out of play. Not up and out of play, but it caroms into the far boards. Aubrey with the puck now. Good start for the Otters. Puck behind the net. With it now is Janicki. Janicki had it poke checked away from her. Puck kept in by Zierden. Zierden gets her skates on that one. Brooke will send it back in. Otters will get a partial change here. Out comes Brindley Scholl and Maddie Brimhall. And Katzenmeyer and Kinsey Zender down the corner. Brimhall throws it out in front of the net. Nobody home there. But number 28, Kylie Hecht. Hecht will send it the length of the ice. And we have an icing call here on the East Grand Forks Green Wave. And I've mentioned this a few times too, but what I understand is the Green Wave is like the wheat fields before they're ripened that kind of look like waves when the wind blows, and that's according to, I believe it was Aaron Gepford once who called me on that. I think it was Otter football game, and maybe during harvest time. So Aaron, if you're listening, appreciate that. Puck along the far boards. Picked up here now by Tonneson. Avery sent into the boards. Picked up by Brimhall. Brimhall, high slot area. Shot blocked out front. Maddie will pick it up. She'll send it deep. Anna Sem will go on the forecheck along with Tonneson. Good stick by Avery in the corner. Puck played behind the net. Again, the Otters without Hannah Johnson here as she had a mild separation upper body injury on her left shoulder. Puck behind the net. Hopefully she'll be back next week. Behind the net, picked up by Katie Berggren. Katie with a puck. Sends it out. DeBrito tried to go D to Harris, and it hopped over the blue line. DeBrito back after it. Caroms it to Anna Sem. Anna Sem bumped off the puck. And we're going to have a checking penalty here against the Green Wave. So penalty here and a power play opportunity for the Otter. That might be just what the doctor ordered. Timeless penalty at 2:18 of the period. At 2:18, face-off will be to the left of Kasager. And in the box for the Green Wave is number 12, Ava Kleinwachter. All right, Otters on the power play. Comes out to Katzenmeyer. Aubrey Nelson, now to DeBrito. DeBrito, Katz, down low. Aubrey Nelson. Aubrey down in the corner with a puck. She'll play it behind the net. Tried to center it there. Nelson being bothered by a couple of Green Wave. In comes Zierden. Puck cleared now by East Grand Forks. 14-14 to play here in the second period. Otters trail 3-0. Puck out to neutral ice. Picked up by the Green Wave, sent in, but not deep enough. Picked up by DeBrito. Rachel tried to move it out, but it was picked off there momentarily by Keely Dronen. And here comes Katzenmeyer. Shea's going to go for a skate. Shea gains his own, now below the goal line. Still with the puck. Behind the net with it. Katzenmeyer out to the point. To Brimhall. Tried to get it to Maddie Brimhall. DeBrito, but it was tipped. It's picked up now by Blake Schultz. Blake Schultz in front of her own bench. Now Maddie Brimhall goes the other direction. Full head of steam. I like what I see. Maddie tries to gain the zone. Trying to be hard on the puck. In comes Brindley Scholl. Good stick by DeBrito. DeBrito. Puck in the high slot and then cleared out of there by number 13, Laurel Costo. 37 seconds left in the power play for the Otters. Near side, DeBrito pops out towards neutral. Otters having trouble breaking it out. Rachel will pick it up, bring it behind the goal line. DeBrito. Now to Brimhall. Maddie, right side, too far for Tonneson and Brindley Scholl. Here is Megan Berg with the puck over to the far side. Kept in by Aubrey. Aubrey walking in. Nelson with a puck. Has her brother Braden's number now. Puck slapped out of the zone here by the Green Wave. Yeah, the Green Wave are back at full strength. Otters didn't manage a shot on that power play. Pass out to Wohlers. Here's a 2-on-2. Wohlers up the left side. Centers it out front, looking for Zierden. She tried to get a stick on it, but the Green Wave said no to that. Wohlers winds low on the ice. Puck into the high slot. Comes back out to Wohlers. She'll rip one again. Colstow had it momentarily. Now Balin will send it out to neutral ice. Rachel with a puck. DeBrito turns back the other direction. Ahead to Nelson. She tried to find Brooke Zierden. Now here's Rachel with a puck. DeBrito to Wohlers. Ashen Wohlers accelerates right side. Wohlers almost is partially hooked there, and it's picked up now by number 17, Sydney McDonald. McDonald at neutral ice. Fluid skating. Gains the zone. Turned away by Brindley Harris. And here comes Aubrey Nelson. Up the left side. 2-on-1 possibility with Anna Sim. Aubrey walks in. Shot missed wide right of the net. Ella Dirkman after it. Now Anna Sim. Anna playing tough along the boards. Twin sister Ella has played well in goal also for the Otters. Puck along the near half wall. Little bumping going on there. Who's going to come up with it? Green Wave with it. Here's Coastal with the puck. Laura Coastal up the right side. Sends it in on Juergens. She'll stop it there and leave it for Kinsey Zender. Kinsey now at neutral. Good speed by Zender. The neutral ice walks in. Still with the puck. Sends it ahead to Tonneson. Tonneson. Now Scholl on as well. And here comes the Green Wave. Into the zone with it now is Aker. She'll pick it back up to the near side. At the point with now is Heilman. To the far side. Just hopped over the stick of one of the Green Wave left wingers. That's Jolie Aker. Otters looking for a goal here. 10.5 minutes play in the second period. Otters trail 3-0. Shots on goal 14-12 in favor of the Green Wave, and an icing call here on the Otters. Again, our post-game show, we'll name our Quality Player of the Game, brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Face-off will be to the glove side of senior goaltender Olivia Juergens. Here's Brindley Scholl on the draw against Janicki. And the Green Wave are going to win the draw. Comes out to the point. Quick shot through traffic. Rebound. Shot. Save. Rebound. Missed wide left of the net. Opportunity there for the Green Wave. Good job by Juergens. Now Tonneson trying to move it out. Here's Avery. Now to Maddie Brimhall. Maddie's going to gain the zone. Sends a shot. Comes hot off the boards. Rebound. Attempt. Puck is loose. Over to the far side. Here's Zierden with it now. Out high to Brindley Scholl. Back to Zierden. Zierden down low to Tonneson. Shot there. Oh, a good playmaking there for the Otters. Got to like what you see there. Puck played over the near side. Zierden out front to Tonneson. Tonneson with a backhand. Had Maddie Brimhall on the back door. Puck into the slot. Good flurry there by Fergus Falls. Puck kept in, though, nicely by Harris. Zierden stays on. Here comes Wohlers and Aubrey Nelson. Puck over to the near side. Aubrey Nelson back after it. Aubrey wearing number 10. Below the goal line. She'll circle it back. Skate it through traffic. Aubrey still with the puck. Out to neutral ice. Puck taken away, though. Here's Varnson, who has 3 assists in the game in the first period. Driven into the corner. Puck out towards neutral ice now. Controlled here by the Green Wave. Here comes Blake Schultz. He's got 2 goals already. Blake Schultz gains his own, walks in, rips one, and Juergens makes the save. Probably one of the best shots I've seen in seen a lot of high school girls hockey, but a very hard shot. She shoots low. You know, you keep that low blocker, low glove. It's a tough one to stop. She got 2 goals in the game. See if the Otters can get one here, though. 8:51 to play in the second period. Otters trail 3-0. Puck along the far boards. Pops back out. Picked up here now by Shea Katzenmeyer. Good play by Katz to get it out to neutral ice. After it defensively, though, was number 12, Kleinwachter. Anna Sem battling on the near half wall. East Grand Forks trying to move it up the ice. Blake Schultz will send it in. She was over the red line, so no icing. After it, though, is Kinsey Zender. Zender has it taken away. Here's Blake Schultz below the goal line. Schultz with a puck centering pass out front. Schultz will get it back. Scoops it up in the corner. Tried to center it. And Tonneson now comes up with it. Gets it out to Katie Berggren. Here's a 1v1. Over the line. Katie Berggren sends it in. East Grand Forks, they play pretty physical. They're tough with their sticks. They seem to be in good position. Puck comes out high. Scholl with it now. Brindley walks in. They got sticks on the ice. Brindley pulls it back. Still with it. Bumped off the puck. Goes down into the corner. Good shift here. Good push here by the Otters. And then the Green Wave iced the puck. Keely Dronen just sends it to the ice. And no score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. 7:33 to play here in the second period. Otters trail 3-0. Face-off, won by the Green Wave. Tonneson with some good pressure. Good stick by Avery. Sent it back out. Try to get it to Brito, but a puck was picked off. Left side pass. Green Wave play it in. Deep, that's Braylee Rasmussen. Where's number 16? Here's Brindley Harris, freshman. Reverses it for DeBrito. Rachel plays it out to neutral. Waiting for Tonneson. Picked off though by the Green Wave. Rachel will come back with it and pick it up. Plays over the wing. Avery Tonneson trying to move it out and does so. And back after it is Coastal defensively. Coastal after it. Centering pass off the stick there of Bayland and an icing call on the Green Wave. 6:51 to play here on the in the second period. Here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. 3-0 East Grand Forks. And the face-off will be to the blocker side of Kasager. Off the face-off. Shot by Katzenmeyer, left of the net. Played over the wing. Here's Jolie Aker. Here comes a opportunity for the Green Wave. Good back check by Zierden, though. Shot there and went off Olivia Jurgens' glove. It goes into the near corner. And now Katzenmeyer with the puck. They'll ring the boards. Pops back out to neutral ice. And here comes the Green Wave. Walking in, shot, and a goal. Heilman with a hard shot. Jurgens made the initial save, but it snuck through. Second of the game, and it is the fourth of the year for Addie Hellman. So East Grand Forks now goes up 4-0. Time of this goal comes at 10:43 of the period. And face off at neutral. Anna Sem on the draw. Otto's going to win the draw. Here's Ella Dirkman up the right side. Addie Gilman with the goal and an unassisted goal by Gilman. Gilman with an unassisted goal. Ella Dirkman in the corner. Out to Anna Sam. A shot on goal. Puck is loose out front. And it's cleared into the corner there by Berg. So Gilman with the goal. Quick shot by DeBrito. Picked up by Katie Berger and cycled down to Anna Sem. Anna's tried to send it out front. Gives it off now to Katie Bergeron. Katie has the puck taken away there by Janicki. And puck sent in deep here now by the Green Wave. DeBrito will pick it up. Here's Rachel with the puck. Trying to create some space. Pops it out now to Maddie Brimhall. Now Brindley Scholl. Here's a 3-on-2. Drop to Brimhall. Maddie. Shot to goal. There we go. Maddie Brimhall. Otters get one there. Good patience by Maddie. And Fergus Falls gets on the board. Brimhall. And you see good patience here. Scholl to number 12, Maddie Brimhall. And for Maddie, that is her fourth of the year. Time of this goal is 11:48 of the period. And so it's 4-1. So the Otters get one back here. They needed that one badly. Good goal there by Maddie, low on the ice. We'll see who the assists come up with. I'm sure Scholl has one of them. Puck out now to Avery Tonneson. Back to Maddie Brimhall. Tied up on the way back. Sent forward here now. Puck picked up by Kinsey Zender. Offsides by East Grand Forks. Brimhall with her fourth of the year. Who was the other assist? Just Avery? Atlee's not even playing. It's got to be 41, Brindley Scholl. Atlee has been injured, so. All right, it comes out front to Aubrey Nelson. A shot and a stick save that time. Blocker saved by Kasager. Otters trail 4-1 here now, but get a big goal from Maddie Brimhall. Tonneson and Brindley Scholl at the assists. Away with the puck now come the Green Wave, but a good play there by Zierden. Otters with some pressure here now, and here comes Blake Schultz up the right side. Blake Schultz gains his zone, sends one over the top of the net. Puck picked up here now by Katzenmeyer. Headman pass, trying to find Ashton Wohlers, but it's picked up by Aubrey Nelson. She'll go into a meat grinder there, and Otters are offsides. We'll have to check back up. 3:42 to play in the period. Otters trail here by a score of 4-1 here on the Park Region scoreboard. DeBrito with a puck at neutral ice. Rachel, the hard shot, is going to walk towards the goal line. Sends it back out to Wohlers. Ashton sends one on net. Hit a Green Wave player. Puck is loose. Sent over to the inner corner. Katie Bergeron after it there. Played behind the goal line. Picked up by Gelman, who has 2 goals in the game. I wonder if that's C.J. Gelman's sister. Very good hockey player. My son Lucas played with him, and Tanner Donahue as well. Near side pass. Brindley Harris will pick it up. Sends it out to Ella Dirkman. Good play here by Katie Berger and sent in by Brindley Harris. Otters have to check back up. And we'll talk to Justin Arneson between the second and third periods. Puck picked up here now by the Green Wave, where the puck now is Balin. Sends it in over the line, but Katzenmeyer's there. Shea will ring the boards to Brimhall. Maddie makes a good play. Maddie's got a goal. She wants more. Maddie up the right side. She's going to send it in. Brimhall below the goal line with the puck. Sends it out high to Zender. Zender loads. Puck goes into the corner. Avery Tonneson after it. Avery tried to get it out, gets it out to Zender. Kinsey locks, loads, shot blocked. Kinsey's going to get it back. Let's try it again. That one a good stick. Popped through traffic. Brimhall got it out of the air and tried to get a stick on it, but it's picked up by the Green Wave. Scholl after it. Puck sent back in. 2:07 to play in the second period. 4-1 in favor of East Grand Forks. Aubrey Nelson, near side pass. Picked off, and here's a breakaway opportunity for the Green Wave. Good back check. Great job by Aubrey Nelson and Kinsey Zender. Puck below the goal line. Zender after it. Kinsey, near side pass. Minute 40 to play, and we have an injured Green Wave player. So an injured Green Wave player. So the Otters get one at 11:48 to make it 4-1, fourth of the year for Maddie Brimhall, assisted by Avery Tonneson and Brindley Scholl. And the players up, that's Laura Coastal. She was shook up. She's back up on the bench. Face-off will be right at neutral ice. So the minute 39 to play here in the second period. Our Minnesota Motor period break coming up. Otters win the draw. DeBrito. Now to Zierden. Right side pass to Ashton Wohlers. Ashton battling along the boards. Puck picked up defensively by McDonald. Behind the net it goes. Near side. Aubrey Nelson will kick it forward. Aubrey, good soccer player as well. Ashton Wohlers taps it behind the goal. Puck picked up by the Green Wave, but Zierden with a nice play out front. Pops over to the left side. Here's Aker with a puck. Aker will gain the zone. Puck goes behind Olivia Juergens. 19 shots on goal for the Green Wave, 18 for the Otters. 1 minute left in the second period. Brindley Harris will tap it out to neutral. Here come the Green Wave. Quick shot and a goal. 5-1. So 5-1 as East Grand Forks gets one with under a minute to play. And it's number 28, Kylie Hecht, with her first goal of the year. And time of this goal is going to be at 16:14 of the period. Kylie Hecht with her first of the year. 5-1 Green Wave. We're just closing in on the end of the second period of play. Green Wave after it. Otters in the Green Wave zone. Pass to the near side. Green Wave through traffic. Again. And here is Katzenmeyer, the puck now. 27 seconds to go in the period. Puck comes back in the Otter zone. Picked up by Katzenmeyer. Try to get it to Maddie Brimhall. Quick shot off the stick and then hit the cage of Olivia Juergens. Here's Schultz in the corner. Sends it behind the goal line. Kinsey Zender is there. Hecht with her first career goal. Janicki with the assist. Kylie Janicki. That is the end of the second period of play. And the Otters trail now 5-1 as we go to the period break. Our period break brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company. We'll recap the period. We'll talk to Justin Arneson, get his thoughts on the JV game. JV tied 1-1 in that one. Come back with that. Again, we're between the second and third periods. Minnesota Motor brings us the period break. Minnesota Motor Company on South Peb Lake Road, Otters trail 5-1 on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Hi, we're back here at the East Grand Forks Civic Arena here, and Dave Bishop is our game site engineer. There he is. There you see his hand there. So we had a lot of fun here before the game. We did. I went to the concession stand for the loaded baked potato, and then all of a sudden I have a cell phone camera, videoing the impromptu where to eat, and so it was a good loaded baked potato. I must say that though. So Fergus Falls right now finds himself in a little bit of a hole here. Shots on goal 19 for the Green Wave, 20 for the Otters. And also got the scoring. The Otters did get a goal in that second period, but it was 4-0 going into the second period. And East Grand Forks at 10:43 of the period, they get an unassisted goal from Addie Gelman. That was her fourth of the year, second of the game. She had a goal at the end of the first period. And then Fergus Falls at 11:48 of the second period, they get on the board, make it 4-1. Maddie Brimhall gets her fourth of the year, assisted by Avery Tonneson and Brindley Scholl. And then East Grand Forks at 16-14 from the point. It was number 28, Kylie Hecht, getting her first goal, beat goaltender Juergens on the low stick side. It was a good hard shot on the ice, and again, an assist on that goes to Kylie Janicki. So right now, 5-1 is the score. And goaltender Reese Kasager, the freshman, has stopped 19 of 20 shots, and Olivia Juergens has stopped 14 of 19 thus far in this one. Reminder, Otter boys hockey team will be at home tomorrow, and that will be a 1:30 puck drop for the varsity game. And the Otter girls will go to Thief River Falls tonight, sleep there, get up, have some breakfast, little lunch, and play a 3 o'clock matinee game against the Thief River Falls Prowlers. And we'll have that game for you on AM 1250 KBRF, and also streamed on the Fergus Now app and also on the Fergus Falls YouTube channel. We'll take one more break. We'll talk to JV coach and Otter assistant Justin Arneson.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Hey, we're back here at the East Grand Forks Civic Arena. Otters trail 5-1, and I'm joined by Justin Arneson. And first of all, I haven't had a chance to interview, but we do these JV game interviews, and Justin and Ellie Anderson coaching along with Isaac Vatnsell. But how have you enjoyed the coaching? First of all, Justin.
It's been great. You know, the girls have been really fun to kind of get used to and kind of learn them how they respond to adversity, and they've been a good group to be around so far.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And so no secret, I was a basketball player. You were a basketball player. We all skated growing up. You know what I mean? You don't have to. But my daughter Hannah said, "You should see Justin skate." So yeah, it's kind of fun. But no, it's been fun, and with Ellie too. But we'll talk about the coaching staff in a minute. But just talk about the JV game. It was 0-0 late in the game, and then talk how things unfolded in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, we had some pucks to the net, and we had our line out there was Sem and Dirkman and Berggren, and I think Dirkman got a shot on net, goalie made a save, and Berggren was there to kind of clean up on the back door. So we scored late. I think there's like 54 seconds left, and they took a timeout, and they won the draw. They kind of got in our zone. We got it back out in the neutral zone. Lost a battle down on the blue line as they were trying to pull their goalie, and then they put their goalie back in, and then they won the battle, and then their goalie came off. They got into the offensive zone for them, and kind of I think they had a shot with a rebound. It went to kind of dead ice, and the girl coming off the sixth person came and slap shot right traffic out front. I think it went off a breezer or a stick, and went in the net to tie it up. So
you played a little overtime too, and I've been doing this a lot of years, but sometimes the overtime JV games are as exciting as the varsity games. I've seen some wild ones, but ended up being a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, it was 1-1 tie. I think that was our third overtime in JV this year, so we've had a little extra ice time, which has been good for the girls. And anytime you can get into overtime, obviously scoring late in the third, was kind of it would have been nice to get a W, but anytime you get a little extra ice time, and the girls played well, and they competed.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you know what, getting those minutes like that too in a JV game, just playing in overtime situations, it's a good growing process.
It is. More puck touches is going to be beneficial. We got a lot of girls playing JV, helping out, and so we got plenty of opportunity for girls to get some extra ice time. So it's good. Like I said earlier, the girls have been good to work with. They're working hard. Competing's never been, we've never had a lack of effort for what I'd say. Every game they've come to play, and even with short benches, they played hard. So it's been fun.
And who was in goal? Was it Jordan today? Jordan Anderson, or who played goal for you?
Yeah, Jordan Anderson played goalie.
Yeah. It's a good game for her, giving up only one goal.
Yeah, she saw a lot of pucks, which is good. I don't know. They don't keep the record for the JV games.
Yeah.
They don't do the shots, but she saw plenty of pucks, which has been good. And ultimately from we're early in the season, but the girls have been progressing. They're starting to do some of the little things consistently, which is nice to see. And we're just building day by day and week by week.
As Isaac Bottenstall was getting his staff together, you got a phone call on Ellie Anderson as well, but it's great having Ellie around too, isn't it? Former Otter and college player too, but she adds a lot, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She's a blessing to have. The girls look up to her, and she's got silent words of wisdom at times, but she's obviously got a lot of experience in being an alumni and playing on collegiately that she did. So she's a great asset to have to the team and the coaching staff, and it's been fun to work with her and kind of learn from her, and just all in all, it's been good.
All right, what do you think head coach Vattenstall's mentioning in the locker room here right now, down 5-1? We had a better second period there.
Yeah, the girls are working hard. I mean, shots are close. I feel like we've had probably better scoring opportunities, but we just, the pucks aren't bouncing our way, and girls will just keep grinding it out. We're going to keep battling and get some hopefully gritty goals here and try to make this game interesting.
Let's pop a quick one. Thanks a lot, Justin. We'll do this pretty much every game, and between you and Ellie, so I used to talk to her dad, Brooks, all the time. It was a lot of fun, but thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right. Yep. Justin Arneson, JV coach and assistant for the Otters. The Otters trail it by a score of 5-1. We'll take a break, come back with more on our Minnesota Motor period break.
Fa la la la, fabulous savings have arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. The Chevy Red Tag sales event continues on select Chevy Equinox, Chevy Trailblazer, and Chevy Silverado vehicles, where you can take advantage of substantial discounts or 0% APR for 36 months for well-qualified buyers. Contact the sales team at Minnesota Motor Company for details. Chevy, together let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Welcome back to the East Grand Forks Civic Arena. The Otters get a goal in the second period from Maddie Brimhall. Assist going to Avery Tonneson and Brindley Scholl. That made it 4-1. And it was 3-0 after the first period, and then East Grand Forks got one from Gelman, an unassisted goal, and then Brimhall's fourth of the year, and then East Grand Forks scores one late with just 46 seconds to go in the period, and our Otter Telcom scoreboard reads 5-1, and that score was scored by Kylie Heck. That was her first of the year. So the ice is done now, and just a couple finishing touches. The Otters will be out in just a couple of minutes. Reminder, tomorrow we'll have Lady Otter Hockey on AM 1250 KBRF, also streamed on the KBRF YouTube channel and on the Fergus Now app. You know, that Fergus Now app is great. Just tell your friends about it. You can click on and get Derek Sidian's news. You can get the streaming schedule. You get all kinds of stuff on there. And information, there's a weather button. I don't know, I use it all the time. And if I need to listen to a game sometime and I go between different games, just go to that Fergus Now app. But it's been great. Shots on goal, 20 for the Otters, 19 for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. And Olivia Jurgens has stopped 14 of 19. And Kasager, the freshman goaltender, Reese Kasager, has stopped 19 of 20, pardon me, in that. So the Otters had a better second period, though. They came out and picked up a goal, and let's see if they can get one early here. Get one early and make things interesting. Get two early, get two goals early, and get it within two, and you got yourself a hockey game. But 4-goal deficit, if you let them get one more, it's pretty tough to come back. And this East Grand Forks team, they play with a pretty good structure as well. It seems like their defensemen are in a good position, and they clog up the neutral zone pretty well as well. So Otters are back onto the ice. And again, Otters senior and one of their captains, Hannah Johnson, still out with a shoulder injury. Just making sure we get that thing in good shape before she's back in action. Otters will have a busy week next week as well. And the Otters' last game, the Lady Otters, was last Friday night in that 5-0 win at home over Northern Lakes. All right, Green Wave break their huddle. Otters tightening their skates up, ready to go. You know, Olivia Jurgens in goal here for the Otters. And Reese Kasager stays in goal once again. She is a freshman. Brooke Searden will take the draw here against Keely Janicki. And we're playing some hockey. Off the face-off. Picked up here by East Grand Forks. Puck comes along the near boards. Brooke Searden battling. Otters moving to our right this time, to the right side. Good job by Ashton Wohler. She'll send it in behind Kasager behind the net. East Grand Forks plays along the far half wall. Now back behind the net. Wohler's after it in the near corner. 16:30 to play in the hockey game. Otters trail by a score of 5-1 here on the Park Region scoreboard. Here comes the Green Wave. Gaining the zone is McDonald. She'll send it in. They'll send number 21 on the forecheck, Acker. The Burrito will pick it up. Sends it up to Ashton Wohlers. Back out to center looking for Scholl. Picked up by Gelman. Again, Gelman's got 2 goals. Schultz has got a pair of goals for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. The lone goal for the Otters is Maddie Brimhall. The other goal is Hecht for East Grand Forks. Into the corner. Green Wave come out. Comes back out to Hecht. Shot. Puck is loose. Still loose. Side of the net and in. It was laying there, and Juergens lost sight of it, and the Otters didn't know exactly where it was, and it is 6-1 Green Wave. So East Grand Forks scores, and it's going to be, it looks like, number 21 on a rebound, 4th of the year for Acker. And East Grand Forks at 1 minute and 11 seconds of the period. Face-off at center ice. Brindley Scholl against Blake Schultz. Face-off won by the Green Wave. Kleinwachter with it. Aker with the goal. (28 and 20 with a 6). Hecht and Janicki. Aker with a goal. There's Schultz with a laser over the right side, top of the net. Puck in on goal, sent to the near corner. Now, that could have been an interference call there as Zender was hit there. Puck right below us here. Now played along the near half wall. Shot there, save made by Juergens, sent into the corner. And here comes the Otters. Here's Avery Tonneson with the puck. So send it out to neutral ice. And they're going to say it was tipped, so no icing. Clock will stay running. Berggren, who had a goal in the JV. Berggren out front. Katie shot there on the backhand. Katie likes this rink. She had a nice goal last year. Otters are up here. Near side pass. Here's Rachel DeBrito. Center to Berggren. Katie will chip it in. Go on the forecheck with 14:36. Playing the hockey game. Brindley Harris will keep it in. Sends it behind goaltender Kasager. Kleinwachter there. Out to the wing. Green Wave will methodically chip it off the glass. Pops out to Schultz. Blake Schultz trying to muscle through traffic. Good play, though, by Rachel DeBrito defensively. Harris working there on Coastal. Comes out to the near side. Shot by the Green Wave. Missed right in the net. And a rebound attempt by Coastal. To the near side. Shot there through traffic there from Sidney McDonald. And the puck out to neutral. Here's Zierden. Zierden up the right side. Brooke with the puck. Pulls it up in the corner. Out front to Aubrey Nelson. She turns and fires. That'll be left of the net. 13:46 to play in the game. Drop pass. Zender low on the ice. Otters trail 6-1 on the Park Region scoreboard. Here come the Green Wave. Rasmussen. Rink wide pass to Coastal. Just over the line. Out to neutral. Zierden will tap it in front of the Green Wave bench. Puck controlled there by McDonald. Slapped away by Maddie Brimhall. Has the lone goal for the Otters. Here's Maddie with a puck now. Maddie will gain the zone. Maddie walks in. Still with the puck. Maddie below the goal line. Still with the puck. Walks into the high slot. Gives it out to Zender. Right side pass for Katzenmeyer. Shale sent it below the goal line. They'll ring the boards way over to the near side. Zender will hold his own. Otters trail 6-1 here on the Park Region scoreboard. Here's Hecht with she had her first varsity goal. She has one assist as well. Brindley Scholl had it momentarily. Puck sent in. Kasager will drop it there. Pass to the near side, but it's going to be picked up by Maddie Brimhall. Maddie with it now. She'll rip it in. Otters will get a change here. Trailing by 5 goals, 6-1. 12:32 to play in the game. Green Wave will send it the length of the ice. An icing call against the Green Wave. So an icing call. Shots on goal 23 for the Otters, 21 for East Grand Forks. Otters trail it here by a score of 6-1 here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. And we'll get a face-off here, controlled here by the Green Wave. Green Wave will move it up the ice, but off an offsides call here on East Grand Forks. Face-off will be out here at neutral ice, right in front of the Otter bench here with 12:13 to play. Fergus Falls again trails by a score of 6-1 here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Here come the Green Wave with a puck along the near half wall. with it now is Aker. Battling there with Ella Dirkman. Out to the point it goes. Good battle out at the blue line by Katie Berger, and she's played a good game here tonight. Puck out front, tipped behind by Brinley Harris. Brinley with the puck now, tried to play it out to Bergeron. Played back below the goal line. Otters still battling here, trailing 6-1. Now here's Brinley Harris with the puck. Brinley will skate it. Now East Grand Forks, they'll dump it in. A lot of ice in front of her. Kylie Hecht elects to dump it in the zone. Puck in the far corner. East Grand Forks still on the attack. Out high, shot there, puck in traffic to the near side. And Aubrey Nelson's hustling after it. Aubrey with it. They wave icing off. Good hustle. No, Wohlers behind the net. Someone get in front of the net. Sent out front. Nobody home but the goaltender. Zender with a shot. Rebound to the far side. Otters with a little pressure here. Good job by Ashton Wohlers and Zender and Nelson on this shift. And out with the puck. Now comes the Green Wave. Headman pass. Oh, here's Schultz walking in. Schultz with the puck. Drop pass. Shot. Save made. Nice play by Schultz. Very unselfish here. And then Aubrey Nelson will send it in. And the Otters will get a wholesale change here. Green Wave will try to move it up the near side. Now Schultz with the puck. Here's Blake Schultz. Poke checked away nicely by Brinley Harris. But picked up there by Kleinwachter. Kleinwachter gains his own at the dots. Shot. Save made. Nope, it's going to be loose on the far corner. There's another shot, and the rebound laid there, and the goal goes in, and it's 7-1 East Grand Forks. Time of this goal is going to be 6:55 the period. A rebound goal for the Green Wave, and we are going to be in running time now. 6 goals here in the third period. So the Otters in a running time. We'll get the call on the goal announcement. It might have been Schultz. And a tough one here. On the road here for the Otters. 7-1 in favor of the Green Wave. Dronen with the goal. Schultz and Varson with the assist. Varson has 4 assists. Schultz has 4 points. And for number 15, Dronen, it's the 4th of the year. Otters now trying to move it out. Try to salvage some positive from this game. Always looking for that. Positives, things you can build on, but it's been a little tougher one here for the Otters here up at East Grand Forks. Green Wave gained the zone. Green Wave was still with the puck. Now Avery Tonneson had it poke checked away from her. And here comes Fergus Falls. Anna Sim sends it below the goal line. Puck now kept in by Zender. She'll rip a shot. And hit a Green Wave player. And here comes the Otters on the attack still. They'll keep after it here. 8:38 to play in the hockey game. Zender with a shot. Save made. Rebound in the slot. Nobody there to pick the rebound up. Coastal gets the pass out to neutral. Goes onto the stick of Bayland. Bayland will go back after it against Katzenmeyer. Tapped over in the corner. Coastal will go over there along with Anna Sem. Comes out near side of the net. Picked up by Katzenmeyer. Here's Shea with the puck. Now to Ella Dirkman. And the Green Wave pick it back and go the other direction. Coastal walking in. Sends a shot off the grill of Juergens. Good save there. Puck still loose. Tap there. And it's sent over into the corner. Penalty again on the Otters here. There's a shot. Goes high in the air. Bounces. And finally the Otters touch the puck. But Fergus Falls is going to the penalty box here. I believe it's going to be a cross check on the Otters. Time of this penalty at 9:30 30 of the period. So penalty here on Fergus Falls. Again, we'll have our post-game show coming up in just a bit. Off the face-off, it's won by the Green Wave. Pops out high. And now on the left side, Aubrey Nelson accelerate. Gelman, nice save there, though, by the goaltender Kossiger. Good play by Aubrey. And the puck played in to the outer bench. Again, that penalty was on Ella Dirkman. 2 penalties on the Otters, 2 on the Green Wave. The Green Wave had 1 power play goal. Killing for the Otters is Brimhall and Tonneson, and Brindley Harris and Rachel DeBrito. Face-off is won by Fergus Falls, or by the Green Wave, pardon me. They play it up the right side. They'll gain the zone with a puck now as Varnson. She has 4 assists in the game. And Brimhall will send it, but it hit the official. Puck right below us here is Julie Aker with a puck into the high slot area. Aker trying to go through traffic. Tonneson is there, and Avery with a good stick will ice the puck. 6:05 to play now in the hockey game here on the Park Region scoreboard. Puck below the goal line. With it now is Sydney McDonald. She'll skate it. Hands it off. McDonald will get it back now. Up the right side. And tipped into the zone by Peyton Varnson. Picked up by DeBrito. And Rachel will send it, but not all the way out, as it was picked up at neutral ice by. Green Wave. Tonneson sends it back out. Puck is at neutral ice. 5:38 to play. The lone goal for the Otters scored by Maddie Brimhall. Tonneson and Brindley Scholl getting assists. Here comes Schultz. Got 4 points. Schultz below the goal line. Still with the puck. Blake Schultz drops it. Otters are back at full strength. Puck sent out high, but Tonneson will send it. And I don't know if Avery knew for sure that we had killed that one off, but a icing call here on Fergus Falls. They'll bring it back into the Otter D zone. 5 minutes to play here in the hockey game. We had a 6:30 start, a little bit after 6:30. Face-off, Schultz and Zierden. Puck comes out to the point. Kleinwachter plays it into the slot. Coastal after it. Otters battling. Katzenmeyer sends it up the boards. Gets it to Wohlers. Wohlers has Nelson on the backside. Wohlers still with the puck. Go to the net. Sends it out front. Nobody there. Coastal will pick it up. And Coastal will send it. And here's Schultz with the puck now. Brock Schultz will gain the zone. Brock Schultz walks in with a puck behind the net. Sends it out front. Try to find Keely Dronin, the sophomore. Back after it now is Claire McDonald. Near side pass for Schultz. Back to Claire McDonald. Ashton Wohlers picks that one off and sends it in. Ashton's been on a lot of pucks here tonight. Face-off will be in the Otter offensive zone here with 3:50 and counting on our Park Region telephone scoreboard. Face-off to the glove side. A freshman, Reese Kasagru's stopped 28 of 29 shots. Otters win the draw. Here's Katie Bergren. Plays it back to Anna Sem. Anna below the goal line. Power turn. Puck comes to the near side. Brindley Scholl will try to hold his own along with Ella Dirkman, but it pops out of it. And here comes Rasmussen working on to Brito. Rachel after it, though. Rachel Brito pull it back up. Give it to Brindley Harris. Brindley turned it over in front of the net. She'll get it back, though. Here's Harris with a puck. Gets it ahead to Anna Sem. She'll send it in. Otters get a change. Katzenmeyer and Zender defensively, and Brindley Scholl, Maddie Brimhall on, and on comes Aubrey Nelson to join, or Avery Tonneson to join Maddie and Brindley. Puck pops out to neutral. Otters go D-to-D with 2:45 to play. Here's Avery Tonneson. Played it over the line, but the puck picked up. And the other direction comes Kinsley Balin. Balin will gain the zone, try to get in the high slot area. Popped off her stick. Picked up by Tonneson off a Avery stick, sent below the goal line, and picked up here by Zender. Puck to neutral ice. Berg had it momentarily. Here's Zender. Poke checked away from her. Zender gets it back. Good job by Kinsey. 2:15 to play now in the hockey game. And going for a skate with it now is Megan Berg, one of the captains here of this Green Wave team. Now here's Sydney McDonald through traffic. Stick handles. Sends it below the goal line. Zender is there. She'll send it back over to Avery Tonneson on the near half wall. Avery tried to move it out, but Sydney McDonald walks back in. Here's McDonald with it. Shot and a goal. 8-1. Time of this goal is at 15:45 of the period. Got it in that high slot area. And McDonald scores her 4th of the year. Face off here at neutral ice. So a minute and a half to play. Brooks Zierden and Blake Schultz on the draw. And the puck comes in on Kasager. Kasager makes the save. McDonald with an unassisted goal, her 4th of the year. At 15:10 officially, again with running time, it's hard to get the times on the goals and the penalties. 1 minute to play. Face-off is won here by the Green Wave. Pass up front. Cole still after it, and it's going to be an icing call here on the Green Wave. Clock moving here, 45 seconds to play. Again, we have our post-game show brought to you by, or during that time I'll name our quality player of the game. And our looking forward to that. Again, Running Stitches is the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. Otters win the draw. 25 seconds to play now. Puck line of the goal line. Played to the near side. Down to 20 seconds to play. Comes out to Rachel DeBrito. Rachel will play it back in. We're down to 15 seconds. Comes out to DeBrito. Rachel plays it back into the corner. It's picked up there by Kleinwachter. 7 seconds to go. Puck out at neutral ice. They're going to call a penalty on the Otters here at the end of the game. So it'll be a tripping call on Fergus Falls. That'll go on the books. And that is the final score here, 8-1 in favor of the East Grand Forks Green Wave. We'll take a short break and come back with a scoring recap.
Your holiday gift guide has arrived at the Minnesota Motor Company. Now through December 27th, purchase a full set of GM floor liners or schedule a complete vehicle detail and get a $100 car wash gift card. Looking for a deal on car washes? Purchase a $100 car wash gift card and get $20 free. They have a gift for all the drivers on your list.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
One day worked a couple times. Hey, we're back here. Our score on the Park Region telephone scoreboard, 8-1 in favor of the Green Wave. And we're going to go to our post-game show here. We'll get at the scoring here right away. And East Grand Forks gets on the board at 10:28 of the first period. It's the 10th of the year for Blake Schultz. 1 assist to Keely Dronin and 1 assist to Peyton Varnson. East Grand Forks at 13:23 as they get after it. It's the 2nd of the game, 11th of the year for Blake Schultz. And that assist goes also to Varnson, made it 2-0. Still in the first period, East Grand Forks at 16:06 of the period. It's the 3rd of the year for number 9, and that is Addie Gelman. Assist going to number 10, Peyton Varnson. She had the playmaker in the first period, and that 3rd goal was a power play goal. Made it 3-0. Shots on goal after the first period. East Grand Forks 12, Fergus Falls 11. Then East Grand Forks at 10:43 of the second period, 4th of the year, 2nd of the game for number 9, Addie Gelman. That was an unassisted goal, made it 4-0. And the Otters make it 4-1. A little bit of a glimmer of light here, too. It's the 4th of the year for Maddie Brimhall. Assist going to Avery Tonneson and Brindley Scholl. And then East Grand Forks gets one at 16-14 of the period. First career goal for number 28 of the Green Wave, and that's Kylie Hecht. And that was assisted by number 20, Kylie Janicki. So it's 5-1 at this point. And then East Grand Forks gets things going right away then in the third period, 1:11 into the period. It's the 4th of the year for Jolie Aker, and that was assisted by Hecht and number 20, Kylie Janicki. That made it 6-1, and then the Green Wave add 2 more goals, one at 6:55 of the period, 4th of the year for Kylie Dronen, assisted by Blake Schultz, and another assist, her 4th of the night for Peyton Varnson. Made it 7-1, and then an unassisted goal on an Otter turnover at 15:10 of the third period, and that was the 4th of the year for number 17, Sydney McDonald, sophomore defenseman. Again, that was an unassisted goal. So shots on goal in the hockey game, 26 for East Grand Forks, 30 for the Otters, and freshman goaltender Reese Kasager, she stops 29 of 30, and Olivia Jurgen stops 18 of 26 tonight. And so your final score, 8-1 here in favor of the Green Wave. Take another break, and we'll come back with more on our post-game show. We'll talk to Isaac Vattenstall, head coach of the Otters. We'll be back with that and more after this break.
Your holiday gift guide has arrived at the Minnesota Motor Company. Now through December 27th, purchase a full set of GM floor liners or schedule a complete vehicle detail and get a $100 car wash gift card. Looking for a deal on car washes? Purchase a $100 car wash gift card and get $20 free. They have a gift for all the drivers on your list.
Minnesota, Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Hey, we're back here at the East Grand Forks Civic Arena as the Otters lose it here by a score of 8-1. The JV tonight tied the Green Wave at a goal from Katie Berggren. And that was, they went to overtime and then played it to an overtime tie in that one. And so looking forward to tomorrow's game against Thief River Falls. Kind of time to turn the page here and get things straightened out for tomorrow. So 26 shots on goal again for East Grand Forks and 30 for the Otters. But a quick turnaround for tomorrow. And Isaac Vattenstall is joining us here in our post-game show. So come on over here, Isaac. And yeah, I like the new hats. So I know. So I like the ones he had before too. So, but so yeah, Isaac, just a tough one here tonight, losing 8-1. But just comments on the game.
Well, I think I didn't talk to the girls long in the locker room, and I just said I have full faith and trust in the kind of team that we are. Jurgen's had a tough game. Some of those goals just are ones that she knows that she doesn't want to have go in and she wants to take back because she hasn't played a game like that, this entire year. And she was just off a little bit. But I just want to see how she'd respond, see how she'd keep coming back. We got Thief River tomorrow.
Yeah, Thief River tomorrow, that is for sure. And hats off to East Grand Forks, too. Their first couple goals, and I mentioned number 8, Blake Schultz, and then Gelman. They shoot the puck really well, those girls.
They do. They shoot it really well. And the thing that I noticed is that we had a lot of pressure. And when we were staying in their zone, sometimes our D weren't maybe staying as gapped up as we maybe wanted them to be, and then kind of allowed them to kind of come into the zone a little bit. And you can't allow the good players to get good shots. And they, even if it's on the outside, which we were kind of trying to keep them, they had more time and space than we would have probably wanted. And they had good shots. So you can't just let them do that, wherever they want.
Yeah. And Maddie Brimhall gets a goal from Tanis and Brindley Scholl, but it was 4-1 at that time, and you pop one more and you got yourself a hockey game.
Well, yeah, and I don't think these girls are that far off. I mean, when you're watching the game, tape. They're going down on those 2-on-1s, and we're just talking about patience and executing on some of these plays, and they're not that far off. And at some point, it's going to shift, and I think we're going to start getting some of those opportunities to go in the back of the net. Because I even saw a couple where we were finally, kind of going around the net, taking our time, letting that play develop. But then we'd throw it in front, or we'd throw it down low, or we'd do something where we'd kind of panic. So I think we're starting to kind of recognize that, and I think it's going to change at some point. It's just it takes time to get there.
And that's one thing I noticed on that play. There was good patience. You know, they got to the center, and you get into that shooting area, that high slot area, and you can score some goals.
Well, and we kind of joked about it, where our our offensive zone, when we're going into the zone, our zone entry is skate, go towards somebody, and then maybe shoot, and that's usually not a good recipe for success. So on that play, we had Scholl go in, saw Brimhall, she was yelling for the puck, dropped it, kept going hard to the net, pulled that D down, gave her a little bit more time and space, and able to shoot the puck. So, doing that more and more, and just kind of having that kind of build on each other, I think will be good. So it was good to see that for that goal to be the one that went in.
All right, well, JV had a good game today. Varsity, it was a tougher game, but we go to Thief River tomorrow, and you just kind of turn the page.
Yep, Thief River, short-term memory loss, and you go right to the next one. It's a long season, short season, but I think we'll be ready to go, because I'm excited now to play East Grand again. We play them next Saturday, so I'm hoping we come back at them a little bit different.
All right, thanks, Isaac.
All right, thanks, Mark.
All right, Isaac Vatnsdal, head coach of the Otters, joining us on our post-game show. We're going to keep it right here. And we're going to name our Toyota Quality Player of the Game here this evening. So our Quality Player of the Game tonight brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. For screen printing and embroidery and custom apparel and the best in personal service around, contact Lake Country Graphics at 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls, or call them at 998-4027. And tonight it is going to be Madison Brimhall. Maddie Brimhall with our lone goal here tonight. And she was hard on pucks tonight. Again, on that goal, assisted by Avery Tonneson and Brindley Scholl. But Maddie Brimhall is our Quality Player of the Game. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, puck drop on KBRF. AM 1250 KBRF, and also streamed on the YouTube channel, KBRF YouTube channel, and on the Fergus Now app. We'll have that game for you. 2:45 pregame show. Don't forget the Otter boys play at home tomorrow. Get out and support the boys. 1:30 against New Ulm. That'll do it for me, Mark Johnson. Otters lose it by a score of 8-1. And again, Dave Bishop, our game side engineer, appreciate his work. And it's good, got us up here on I-29 as well. So you hear him every morning on KBRF. So everybody have a good rest of the afternoon, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you for joining us for a special KB